Imagine your first local contract in Germany. You've negotiated your salary, you know what's coming. And then, your first payslip arrives. You open it. And the number is not what you expected. This happens to almost every expat in Germany. Not because anyone lied to you, but because nobody, not your employer, not your recruiter, not your relocation guide, explained what was actually going to happen to your salary. In this video, we walk through every single deduction on your German payslip, line by line, so that next month, when you open that document, nothing surprises you. Let's start with the basics. Brutto is your gross salary, the number in your contract, what your employer agreed to pay you. Netto is what actually lands in your bank account. After all deductions, the gap between the two is where most of the confusion lives. One important thing before we go further. If you came to Germany on an ICT visa or as a posted worker, your situation may be different. Some posted workers are exempt from German social security contributions entirely, but the moment you move on to a local German contract, everything changes. And that change shows up immediately on your first payslip. Every German payslip has the same basic structure. Two groups of deductions. The first group is tax deductions. The second group is social insurance contributions. On the tax side, you have income tax, called Lohnsteuer. Then the solidarity surcharge, called Solidaritätszuschlag. And for some people, church tax, called Kirchensteuer. On the social insurance side, you have four contributions: health insurance, pension insurance, unemployment insurance, and care insurance. Together, these two groups typically consume between 30 and 40% of your gross salary. That is where your missing money goes. Lohnsteuer income tax is the largest single deduction on most payslips. Germany uses a progressive system. The more you earn, the higher the rate. The first 12,348 euros per year are completely tax-free. Above that, rates start at 14% and climb from there. Then there is the solidarity surcharge, the SOLI. Good news here. Since 2021, the SOLI was abolished for most employees. Unless you are a high earner above a certain threshold, this line on your payslip should be zero or very close to it. If you still see a significant SOLI deduction, it is worth checking with your employer's payroll team. The second block on your payslip is social insurance. 4 separate contributions, each with its own rate. And here is something most expats don't realize. Your employer pays exactly the same amount again, on their side. You never see that on your payslip. But your employer is contributing an additional 20% on top of your gross salary to these very same systems. For a childless employee in 2026, health insurance takes approximately 8.75%. Pension insurance takes 9.3%. Unemployment insurance takes 1.3%, and care insurance takes 2.3%. Add those up, and that is just over 21% of your gross salary, gone, before income tax even touches it. Let's make this real. You earn 5,000 euros gross per month. Steuerklasse 1. No church tax. No children. Here is exactly where your money goes. Health insurance, approximately 438 euros. Pension insurance, 465 euros. Unemployment insurance, 65 euros. Care insurance, 115 euros. Total social insurance alone, 1,083 euros. Income tax, approximately 900 euros. Solidarity surcharge, 0. Total deductions, approximately 1,980 euros. Your netto take-home pay, approximately 3,020 euros. You started with 5,000, you received 3,000. Almost 2,000 euros, taken before you see a single cent. Welcome to employment in Germany. Your tax deductions depend heavily on one thing, your Steuerklasse, your tax class. Germany has 6 of them, and the one you are in makes a significant difference to what you take home. Class 1 is for single employees. Standard rate. Most expats start here. Class 2 is for single parents, slightly better than Class 1. Class 3 is for married employees who earn significantly more than their partner. Lower tax rate, more take home. Class 4 is for married couples where both partners earn similarly. Both pay the standard rate. A fair split. Class 5 is for the lower earning partner in a 3-5 combination. Higher tax rate. Significantly less take home. And Class 6. This one applies if you have a second job, or if you never submitted your Steuer-ID to your employer. The highest rate. No allowances, no mercy. We covered this in a previous video, and if you are in Class 6 without meaning to be, fixing it should be your first priority. Let's talk about the 3-5 combination versus 4-4. This is where many married couples make a costly mistake. In a 3-5 combination, the higher earner pays much less tax. The lower earner pays significantly more. But here is the key insight that most people miss. The total household tax burden is roughly the same either way. The money doesn't disappear. It just shifts from one partner to the other. The problem is the Class 5 partner's first payslip. It can be a genuine shock. Hundreds of euros less than expected. No warning. No explanation. Just a number that doesn't match anything you planned for. If both partners earn similarly, Class 4-4 is the fairer and more transparent choice. You can switch your Steuer class once per year. It is worth reviewing every time your household income situation changes. This is the hidden deduction that catches the most expats completely off guard. Kirchensteuer, church tax. Here is how it happens. During your Anmeldung, there is a field asking for your religious affiliation. Many expats fill it in without thinking. Or they're not sure what to write, and enter something from habit. That one field triggers an automatic deduction from your salary. 8% of your income tax in Bavaria and Baden-Württemberg, 9% everywhere else. A colleague warned me before my Anmeldung. Most people are not that lucky. If you see Kirchensteuer on your payslip and did not intend it, the fix is called Kirchensteuer, a formal process at your local Standesamt or Amtsgericht. It costs between 25 and 60 euros depending on your state. Bring your passport and Anmeldung confirmation. Deductions stop the following month. Do it immediately. Here is the part most expats don't act on, but should. If you have been in Germany for a full tax year, you can file a Steuererklärung, a tax return. And in most cases, you will receive money back. Almost every year I have filed, I received a refund. The average refund in Germany is over 1000 euros. This is not a loophole. It is the system working as intended. Many deductions throughout the year are estimated. The annual return corrects the estimate against your actual situation. You file through the official Elster portal. It is free. You will need your Lohnsteuer your annual wage tax certificate. Your employer sends this automatically at the start of each year. The deadline is typically the end of July for the previous tax year. Do not skip this. The money is yours. 2 tools you should bookmark right now. First, Brutto Netto Rechner.de, a free online calculator. Type in your gross salary, your Steuerklasse, your health insurance provider, and whether you pay church tax. It shows you your exact expected netto in seconds. Use this before accepting any job offer in Germany. Never be surprised again. Second, Elster, the official German tax portal at elster.de. This is where you file your annual Steuererklärung. It is in German, but manageable with a browser translation tool. There are also paid apps like TaxFix and WonderTax that make the process significantly easier in English. And one document to know, your Lohnsteuerbescheinigung, your annual wage tax certificate. Your employer sends this every January or February. Keep it, you need it for your tax return. Let's recap. Brutto is your contract salary. Netto is what arrives in your bank. The gap between them, typically 30 to 40%, is taxes and social insurance. 6 deductions on every payslip. Income tax, solidarity surcharge, church tax, if applicable, health insurance, pension insurance, unemployment and care insurance. Check your Steuerklassen. If you are married and both earning similarly, Class 4-4 is fairer than 3-5. Check your payslip for Kirchensteuer. If you see it and did not intend it, act immediately. and file your Steuererklärung every year, the average refund is over 1000 euros. That money is yours. In the next video we cover insurance in Germany, health insurance, liability insurance and legal insurance. What is mandatory, what is worth having, and what you can skip. See you there.